So we back for another video. I got my man's Chris, and we're gonna talk about some basketball.
Let's get it.
All right, Chris. So
Sure.
we're gonna talk. So you was in a pro league, right, before COVID?
Yeah, I was in the pro league.
All right. So how was so when y'all got was y'all still hooping when COVID happened, or what really happened?
So when COVID had hit, I had actually just got done a game. Then a day later, the commissioner texted us and was like, "Yeah, we got to shut down the leagues right now because the COVID and everything going on." And he just was like, "I'm gonna hit you when everything resumes." And months went by, nothing really resumed, really.
So I know you probably had a team group chat. So how was y'all feeling? I was confused. Y'all was like, "Yo,
so
what's up?"
we weren't really confused because he already sent the email saying this is gonna happen if this happened, and then just so happened that the COVID hit the way it said it was gonna hit, and then we basically wasn't confused. We were just more so lost as far as what we gonna do hooping wise now because there was no gatherings outside for more than 10 people, so we couldn't hoop outside. It was still, you know what I'm saying, it was still kind of chilly out anyway, and then indoors nothing was going on, so it was more so where we gonna get our bump from now,
right?
Now that the league is done now.
So were y'all in your regular season? Y'all was during playoffs. So what were y'all?
Playoffs about to start. Literally, we played one playoff game and then it ended.
Okay. So what you do? So how long was that a pause for? Until?
Well, the pause happened. It didn't resume until November.
Okay.
Of the end of 2020. It resumed.
Okay.
But
so you was in a hoop. So they resumed November 2020.
yeah.
So did they reset the season or what did they do?
So they didn't reset the season. Just whoever wanted to play with the COVID restrictions were allowed to play. But a lot of teams backed out. Like my team ended up backing out because we just didn't have enough players. My team ended up backing out, and we didn't play. But a few teams played, and they crowned the champion, but the champion wasn't.
So it was So it was a lot of people opt out.
Yeah, a lot of people definitely opted out of it. You know what I mean? People still scared of what was going on.
So what was the restrictions?
The restrictions were no fans. There was if you had a game before if you had a game before the game that was playing next, you had to leave before the game started. It was only I think 20 people allowed in the gym, including both teams, the refs, and the scoreboard people.
Okay.
So really, nobody was really allowed in the gym unless you were playing or officiating.
Okay.
Really. And then they weren't making it obligated that you had to get a COVID test. So that's why a lot of people backed out. It was optional to go get a COVID test to come play. A lot of people opted out because they didn't know. Cause you remember in November the cases was rising back then. So it was so people were just I'm not really feeling that. I'm not really too comfortable playing. I don't know who got what, that kind of thing.
Right. So are you hooping now?
Yeah, I'm hooping now. I'm training now 5 days a week, and I'm hooping in a couple men's league. One that's well known, the Pitch League in the DMV area. It's in Virginia now.
All right.
But I'm hoping the Pitch League. I'm hoping the Leadership through Athletics League.
Okay.
The infamous Tunnel Vision League is about to start back up. That's that's out there. Around the way. That's about to start up next month, and I'm training because I'm supposed to be leaving to go overseas to hoop. Waiting on my contract to come through.
So you hooping now? How is it? Is it different? How is it for you as a player? How is it differently now?
Well, I mean, to me, it don't feel different. But the only difference I see now is a few people that I used to see on a regular hooping aren't hooping anymore because they're either older than me, so their age, I guess they don't feel comfortable hooping anymore, or that they feel comfortable hooping in smaller groups. That's the only difference I see. But I do hear a lot of people saying hooping with the mask on is different. But I train with the mask on, so it doesn't affect me. But I hear people saying hooping with the mask on is different. Stuff like that.
So do you put a mask on?
Yeah.
All right. So your first time with a mask, did you feel a difference, or did?
Oh yeah.
All right. So I'm saying, how about you saying it felt no different?
It took me a while because the first time I hooped with a mask, it was one of the surgical masks, so I couldn't really breathe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it took me a while to find a mask that I could hoop in. Now I hoop with a polyester silk type mask, where I can still breathe in. It doesn't really nothing really gets in, but I can still breathe out. Okay. You know what I mean? So it took me 5, 6 different masks to figure out what kind of mask I could hoop in. Okay. So the mask I hoop in is pretty thin. Different type of material than the mask that we see in a surgical room or something like that.
So in the leagues you are in right now, is it limited fans? Is it any fans?
Limited fans. Very, very limited fans. I think it's 15 slots on the bench on the fans bench, and only 50 people are allowed to sit there. And once that 50 people fill up, then you you can't be. You're not allowed in the gym.
So it's like a first come first serve type of thing.
Yeah, first come first
Okay.
serve.
So like on for the bench, is it like the benches are spread out? Like you have to wear your mask on the bench type
Nah,
of thing?
so
or
the players
okay.
don't have to. The players don't have to wear masks. The scoreboard people wear masks. The refs wear masks.
Okay.
The fans wear masks. Players don't wear masks. The benches are spread out like I think it's like 10 feet from the scores table on each side. So it's in the middle scoreboard, bench, it's like 10 feet in between the scoreboard and the benches. So I mean, it's spread out enough to where if you get COVID, you're probably getting it from your teammates or people on the floor.
Okay. So you was hooping. Were you hooping when there were no fans before, or was it ever like that?
Yeah. I was hooping when there was no fans before. Yeah.
So how did that feel? 'Cause I know we know each other for a long time, and you were
honestly,
hooping always with fans. So
yeah, I would say it felt like a pickup game to me. It felt like we went outside to dance or something and just got it cracking. Like it didn't. You wasn't nobody cheering. The only energy you got was when you got it from yourself or your teammates. There wasn't really no energy in there really.
okay.
Yeah, it was weird at first, but I mean, you get used to it because it's really all you got now. You can't handle fans.
Okay.
So
how did COVID affect you basketball wise?
initially, bro, I went from hooping literally 7 days a week to taking like 3 months off and really not touching the ball. I mean, I go outside and shoot around, but I wasn't really doing what I do. You know what I mean? So it took me a while to get back into. Like, I was out of shape. I wasn't lifting. I felt weak. I felt like I wasn't as agile as I used to be. Like it just felt like it's like I was just playing the hoop again.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I picked it up quickly, but initially it was rough. Especially being out of shape. Being out of shape is the worst thing you can do, honestly. So yeah.
So you say you're talking about the tunnel vision. So talk about that a little bit.
So the Tunnel Vision League is made up of Kyle, who is the Tunnel Vision CEO, and Mr. William Brooks. Everybody know him as Fat Man.
Yeah.
And them two run the league. Literally, it just started out as like some pickup games in Mead Village. Just some pickup games, and then after a while, like nobody was really hooping, so people just started coming out. More people started coming out, and they were like, "Man, he might turn this into a league." And then he was like, "All right, well, we need some permits going, so I can get these permits for the court, and we see what I can do." And then weeks later, long and behold, the Tunnel Vision League started, and they call it Inside the Gates, and it get a little rowdy in there, like it's.
Right.
It's a different atmosphere in there, and like it's something I'm used to. But me growing up in Philly, where it's like it's gritty out there, that's what it is. And then
So how you think it's gonna be different now with COVID? It's like, you know what I'm saying, they can't have so many people. So you think it's gonna be? That's what I'm saying.
So the thing is, when they first started it,
Yeah.
it was peak COVID. It was like
Okay.
it was like literally June. It was June, and they made all the fans come. It's an outdoor league, but they made all the fans like they gave out like you couldn't. It's only one way inside the gate.
Okay.
Before you step in the gate, you either had a mask on,
Right.
you kept it on the whole time, or they handed you a mask to put on, keep it on the whole time. And police was out there regulating it. So it's not like it was unsupervised. The county police was out there. The lady that runs the Mead Village like housing facility,
Mm-hmm.
she was out there regulating everything. Kyle and Fat Man was out there regulating it along with his volunteers. And they make sure everybody wears a mask, make sure everybody's temperature was checked. And we was out there hooping in 100-degree weather. Like this is all, like I said, this is all we had. So,
Right.
I mean, that was peak COVID. I mean, now it's gonna be different because with the vaccine going around, people feel a lot more comfortable.
So a little bit less restrictions than before.
Yeah, a little bit less restriction, but I feel like they still gonna make the mask thing mandatory. Like people,
right.
like a lot of players are hooping in the mask.
Okay. But that's not mandatory, right?
That's not mandatory.
hoopers.
Yeah, it's not mandatory for hoopers. But once you come to the bench, you
gotta
sit
put
down, you got to put the mask back on.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think that'll still be a thing. Even if it's not a thing that they make up, I think it'll be a thing because I don't think people are 100% comfortable.
Honestly, I think that's gonna be a thing for like everybody.
I think
Even if you're on the
it's
bench,
the new norm.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wear a mask.
Yeah, it's the new norm. I believe. Yeah. I think so too. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, COVID came. COVID's still here.
COVID's still here.
COVID's still gonna be here for a while. I think we just gotta learn.
Yeah, man. And
to
then,
adapt with
so they're
it.
gonna do a lot of sanitation with the balls and stuff. How about you?
So-
do you do a lot of like
Bro, I don't even do the dabbing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or hit you one of these. Like I don't really do the whole dabbing. I think like first of all, we outside sweaty.
Right.
You know, don't trust you. I don't know how clean people's hands is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't really do all that. So they do have 2 balls that are cleaned every game.
Okay.
That I know of. The 2 balls that they keep, and they clean them every game.
Okay.
Like I keep a bottle of hand sanitizer in my car. I got a bottle in my book bag over there
Right.
for when I go hoop. So no matter what, before or after each game, I'm hand sanitizer regardless. So I mean, I don't know what everybody else is doing, but just to keep myself clean. That's
Right.
what I do. You know.
All right.
So
So we have our boy Chris. We chatted up a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Little hooper. All right, we're gonna leave y'all out.
All
Y'all
right,
be
man.
easy.
Y'all be easy.